Hey everybody, Karen from Master Spirit Guides. I hope you're doing well today. So we are going to be talking about whether Mitch McConnell is still alive or not. I did a poll and 527 of the community members voted. If you want to be able to vote on the polls that I have coming out every day now, make sure you subscribe and hit your notifications. And the polls should start going out about 6 a.m. I think the one last night or 2 nights ago went out a little sooner, but the polls should go out about 6 a.m. And so if you're looking at your phone first thing in the morning, you should be able to see the poll. Then you can respond to it and ask a question about the topic. And that's what we're talking about today. So the poll was, is Mitch McConnell still alive? So 527 community members voted. 89% of you said no. 11% said yes. Okay. So the overwhelming majority of commenters believed Mitch McConnell is either no longer alive or is being kept alive only by artificial means. More specifically, so I asked AI to pull your comments together about it. And then we've got 24, we have 25 questions. I have to scroll down. 25 questions and one personal question to ask from this for somebody. Okay, so many specifically suggested he is on life support, brain dead, or in a vegetative state, or otherwise no longer capable of serving in office. Several commenters identified themselves as this is interesting, former EMTs or people with medical experience, and pointed to things that they believe were unusual, including the ambulance crew did not appear to be rushing. No oxygen was visible. That is interesting, because if they would have helped him in the house, right, and then were transporting him, they would have had this thing going on probably. No current video or audio of him has been released. Only photographs have been shown. Well, you know how that is nowadays. No official medical records have been released. Others questioned whether information is being withheld for political reasons, while a number of commenters wondered whether his Senate seat is being kept occupied until a politically advantageous time. Now, I heard Vina from my near-death experience from A to Z, love her, and she said recently that her guidance, she gets direct guidance from her guides, that she was told, and she doesn't go looking for it, actually, she just gets it, she just trusts that's how I interpret how she does it. She had a near-death experience, which is when her clairs were developed, but she gets these little hits every once in a while. And they had said that, yes, even though they're manipulating the Senate seat thing, that it'll actually backfire on them and it'll actually be better for humanity, whatever happens. So that's interesting. And if you're wondering, she's definitely a liberal. So if you're wondering, well, that's just because she's a Republican, and she's not. Now, her own personal, that's her personal, her ideas. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. So we always believe, and she really talks about how love wins all the time, and we just have to wait for it. And I really enjoy listening to her because it helps give that perspective. Okay, let's say our prayer and ask your questions about Mitch McConnell. Let's find out if he's alive or not. Entertainment purposes only, of course. I just have to turn this air conditioning down a little bit. I'm getting cold. Okay, I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides, guardians, the lead team collective, and only those of the highest and purest light. And ask Archangel Michael to please protect my channel, your channel, the lead team collective, and only those of the highest and purest light. Oh, did I say that right? So that they're only of the highest and purest light. My channel, your channel, the lead team, the community. I think I missed the community. Okay, so that we are all of the highest and purest light. Amen. I was on autopilot there for a second. Okay, Haley team. Thank you for being here. So we have got questions about Mitch McConnell. Do you know who we're speaking about? Senator Mitch McConnell? Yes. Okay. Is there anything that would not be in our highest? Nope. Okay. So we're good to go with these questions. I don't know why I shouldn't really have to ask that because they will just refrain from answering if it's not in our highest or best. Okay. So again, entertainment purposes only. All right. Okay. So number one question. Is Mitch McConnell still a alive human being on Earth? Is he still alive? Yes. Really? I did not expect that. Okay, however, is he in a vegetative state? Is he currently on life support? Aha. Yes. Has his spirit left his body already? Yes. Okay, well, permanently? Because we do leave our bodies. Yes. His spirit has left his body permanently? Yes. So those pictures that we're seeing, are those AI generated pictures? Yes. Is he currently in a coma? Yes. Is he currently in a vegetative state? I already asked that. Yes. Is he permanently brain dead? So you guys know how to ask the right questions. Yes. Is he conscious? No. Will he ever recover from this brain damaged head that he has, that fact that he's brain dead? Will he ever recover from that? No. So he's chosen this exit time. This is his exit time. Yes. Okay. Okay, we got that down. Did the original 911 call accurately report that he was unconscious and required CPR? Is that what it said? Yes. Is that what it was? I didn't hear that. Are his aides or others hiding that he is incapacitated? Yes. What the hell? Do other U.S. senators know his true condition? Of course they do. Yes. Does President Trump know his true condition? Yes. Are the recently released photographs authentic and current? No. Did he really speak with Scott Jennings for approximately 17 to 20 minutes? No. Will he return to office before the end of his current term? No. If his condition has been intentionally concealed, will the truth eventually be revealed? I guess I have to change that. Yes, because obviously it will be eventually revealed. Will the truth of him actually having been brain dead be revealed? Will the truth about that be revealed? Yes. Will the truth of the manipulation be revealed? Yes. In 2026, as far as the timeline goes now? Yes. Oh, okay. Well, that'll be interesting. Will senators, staff members, or others face legal consequences if there has been a cover-up? Yes. Well, that's good. If he is being kept alive for artificial means, is that primarily being done for political reasons? We probably know the answer to that. Yes. Had he ever been subjected to MK Ultra? No. Did he ever subject others to MK Ultra? Yes. In terms of being a decision maker about that? Yes. Nice. Real nice. I'm being sarcastic. Had he been drugged or poisoned? Oh, was he drugged or poisoned that made him get into this unalived state of his? No. Was it a natural occurrence? Yes. That's unlike Lindsey, by the way. So Lindsey Graham was unalived on purpose, correct? Yes, so they're still saying that. I did a Lindsey Graham video. You guys can go on the channel and check for that. You can just search Lindsey Graham and it'll come up. It was just like a week or two ago. Did Mitch McConnell fulfill his soul contract? Yes. Is he aware of his current condition? Yes, so him in spirit is aware of that. We could always do a conversation on the pendulum if you guys want to. You'll have to let me know if we get enough people who think that's interesting. If he has already transitioned, is he aware that he has transitioned? Good question. Yes. Okay. Is he hanging out with his body? Yes. Has he already done his life review? We've never asked that question before. No. That's interesting. I've never thought about that before. Like somebody who is officially brain dead, but they keep them artificially. Like, do they wait to do he hasn't done his life plan yet or his life review yet. So that's interesting. Like they wait until their vehicle, their human vehicle has been officially shut down. Turned off the key, right? That's interesting. So is that the case? Is we would wait until the physical body has actually been turned off before we do a life review? Oh, wow. Yes. Huh. That's interesting. Is that process all a part of the experience? Yes. Okay. So as part of his life plan, one option for him to transition was to stay in a state, a coma state like this, a vegetation state? Yes. And is that ultimately going to help humanity, what's happening right now? Yes. So his one and only gift to, no, I'm just kidding. His one and only gift to humanity at the end is to help with some truth getting out about how things are done? Yes. Okay. And so he's allowing his body to be used that way, his spirit? Yes. Okay. So his life plan is not actually done. Is that correct? Is his life plan actually done? No. So even though his body is transitioned, his soul has transitioned. He doesn't have to hang out in the body, which is amazing. Like people who have a coma or in a coma for a long time, does their spirit stay in their body and just years and years, does their spirit stay in the body? No. Okay, that's good to know. So they're not. And you know how people say, well, they can hear you? Well, yeah, they can hear you because, their spirit is like, yeah, I'm here. I can hear you. You know what I mean? So, okay. Let's see. Is he aware of his current? If he has already transitioned, okay, we did that. Is he aware of the transition? Yes. This is a kind of a switch. Was he a founding father in a previous lifetime? No. And we have come across people who were founding fathers, so he was not one of the founding fathers? No. Was he an Archon? Archon. What? Yes. So I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. It's Archon. I'm going to read a little bit about this. So some spiritual traditions describe Archons as negative, non-human intelligences. Didn't they just say yes? Okay. So they are negative, non-human intelligences, believed to influence or manipulate humanity from behind the scenes. Community members asking this question are specifically asking whether he was actually one of these non-human beings described as a human rather than an ordinary human being. I have not heard this term. Let me see if I can make sure I'm pronouncing that correctly. Okay, so the first syllable is arc. I got that part. And then the second syllable is on, Archon. Or UHN. Sounds like the word on, Archon. Or a soft schwa. Sound like the end of wagon. Gun. Yeah, okay. Archon. Okay, that is bizarro. Let's read that again, because that is bizarre if he is an Archon. I've never even heard of the word Archon. Has anybody else heard of Archon? Obviously, somebody in the community knew about this. Okay, so some spiritual traditions describe Archons as negative, non-human intelligences believed to influence or manipulate humanity. So they can be born into a person's body, or they could walk in maybe into a human vehicle. Again, I keep talking about this just being a form of transportation, right? Huh. So lead team, is that when you said yes to him being an Archon, are you saying he was a negative non-human intelligence? Yes. What the hell? What the hell? I need my what the hell mug. Okay. That's weird. I don't even know where to go with that. You know, I'm not usually speechless, but speechless on this one. Okay, the next question is his wife an Archon? Is his wife an Archon? Yes. Obviously entertainment purposes only, and allegedly, yes. Okay. Then how many of these Archons? I'm going to have to post, I don't know. It seems to me we should do a whole separate video on Archons. Negative non-human intelligence. I'm going to have to post a poll on this and some description, because a lot of people may not even know, but I'm going to put this down as a poll. It'll come up, and I've got a whole bunch scheduled, so it'll come up every time I get new ideas from you guys. I'm creating polls out of them. This one seems like we need to explore a little further. Okay. Okay. So they are negative non-human beings. I don't know if I could say the word non-human though, because, it's the DNA. But the car they were riding around in would have had human DNA, right? Unless I'm not thinking of that right. I don't know. We'll have to have a separate conversation about that. Interesting. So he's not an ordinary human being, whatever that means. Okay. Will there eventually be laws preventing elected officials from remaining in office while their true medical condition is concealed? Yes. So this is one of the things we're doing in the playground level this is perfect, because what we do as a community now, rather than hanging on to things that are irritating about this whole thing, you're going to say to yourself, and I believe it's enough to say it out loud or say it to yourself and say, you know what, instead of this is what I want for humanity. I want there to be laws that people can't stay in office past 70, or they can't. I really personally believe that every politician should get one term, and even if the term's longer. Now there might be issues with that. I don't know. I haven't spent too much time thinking about it. But if they had one long term, 6 years, then they wouldn't have to spend all of their time and energy trying to get reelected. And maybe all the manipulation would be gone. I don't know. It's just one idea. But that's what we want to do, is throw out. So what do you want to see instead of this being, they're obviously keeping him alive, which is not very humane for him. Right. But then again, he's apparently a negative non-human being. Still, we don't need his energy on Earth then. So yeah, so the question is, what do you want to see instead? What would you like to see instead? I should end every episode with that question as well. That again, that's what we're doing in the playground, is what do we want to see instead, and then having a conversation about it. Okay, so I have one personal question. This person says, so lead team will tap into you, okay? I don't have your handle. So this person says, I have been trying to communicate with my spirit guides using a pendulum and an alphabet board because other methods haven't worked for me. Instead, I consistently connect, this is interesting, with what feels like a deceptive spirit that calls itself Satan. What? Also calls itself Lucifer or other names and seems to block communication with my spirit guides. Okay, I have so many questions about this. How are they calling themselves Satan? Are you telling me they're spelling their name out and they're spelling Satan and they're spelling Lucifer? That is creepy, right? I can see why that would feel a little creepy. I'm going to ask your questions, but I'm going to really count on the community of people who have so much experience to give you some guidance. So, community members, it's your turn. What kind of guidance, before we go here with the questions, what kind of guidance would you give this person at this time? This will help all of us, all the different ideas. Now, please, when you give your ideas, don't say, this is how it is. Just say one way to, or one idea, because you know how I feel about gray. Everything's gray, right? So there's not just one way of doing things, but this would be a great thing to give some input on. Okay. So yeah, I can see why that doesn't feel very good. I'm assuming you don't think that feels very good to get the name Satan spelled out, right? Okay, so lead team, can you please tap into this person who's having this experience? I'm going to see if I can help farm this out a little bit. Is this person actually communicating with Satan? We really know. Is there an actual entity by the name of Satan? There is. Ew. Do you guys want to do an episode about that? Or are we just attracting? If we do an episode about Lucifer or Satan, will we be attracting that energy? No. Okay, so we can be protected by having that conversation. You guys are going to have to let me know in the comments if you want to. I'll put it down. I'll put it down as a poll idea. I'm just going to I always copy and paste these things on a note so that I have it. Okay, I'll put it down as a poll idea. If you guys don't have a bunch of questions about it, then I wouldn't run a session, so that will just tell me if you're interested or not. Okay, so lead team. So is this person actually communicating with Satan or Lucifer? No. Is this person communicating with lower energies somehow? Yes. Is this person communicating with their spirit guides? Yes. Is this person's spirit guides calling themselves Satan or Lucifer? No. Okay, so is there an actual block with the spirit guides? Yes. So what they're saying is you are communicating with your guides because they can hear you, even just without they can hear me right now, right? So your guides can hear me right now. Satan and Lucifer probably can. Cut, clear, cancel. Get away. Kick away. So it does make me wonder if somebody's just having fun with you. Well, I wouldn't say just, but is this trickster energy? Yes. Maybe we should do a whole episode on trickster energy because I'm not even sure I could explain that. I get it in theory, but if you guys want to talk about trickster energy, I'm only using the word trickster energy because that's what I've heard other people say, but I've never really explored what it is. So somebody, it's just, you have the prankster. Is this prankster energy? Yes. Okay. Is this, someone that's from a high vibration, like a loving prankster energy? Yes. Okay. That's good to know. Is this lower prankster energy? No, but didn't you say that he or she is communicating with lower energies? Yes. Okay, so lower energy than her spirit guides. Yes. Does that mean dark energy? So I guess I was thinking no. Okay. So there is some prankster. I'm going to call it prankster energy. I kind of like prankster for more because prankster, how you play pranks on, it's like April Fool's stuff. So you've got some prankster energy around you. It could, was this a soul that this person knew? Does this person know this prankster energy? Like they would go, yes. Is this somebody who was alive in this lifetime that this person could identify and knew as a prankster? Yes. So this person is trying to get through to this person, to the person who's getting the Satan or Lucifer. Well, what the hell? Tell him to stop it. Just tell him to stop it. Yes, just tell him to stop it. Just stop it. That's silly. Tell him to give you a different joke. Tell him that's not funny. That's not funny. I mean, it's like, you see these TikTok videos and people are, well, my stepdad used to do this stuff all the time to my mom on April Fool's Day. Put the saran wrap over the door, boom, put it on the toilet seat, boom, all this kind of stuff. And it's annoying. I mean, it's not, like it's funny for that person, but when it's actually happening or somebody falls down, I don't know what is wrong with me, but when somebody falls down, I cannot help but laugh. It's awful. When I fall down, I don't think it's funny at all, especially at this age when because you're like, am I going to break something? Oh my God, my husband wiped out. He doesn't look down, which is amazing to me when you're walking, when you've had cats for 25 years, that you don't look down. You have to look down when you have cats. I mean, they're just around your feet all the time, but he doesn't. Well, I had a pair of my flip-flops sitting right here and he walked and he just slid and went flying forward. Like, he didn't hit his head or anything. Now, obviously, if he had injured himself, but he just went like belly flopped and his food went flop. I was laughing so hard. And of course it didn't feel good. It did. I know I'm awful. I can't help it. It hits my funny bone for some reason. I don't know why. Oh my God. It hits my funny bone. Anyways, I have a feeling you've got somebody like that who is like watching you fall and laughing at you, which, so anyways, I hope that helps. If so, what is this being and what do I need to understand about the situation? Okay. I don't know if well, you understand it now. It's just, I think you are able. So lead team, this person could ask them to just put your boundaries up. Yep. Yes. Just say it's unacceptable. You're real funny. Ha ha. And maybe think about who's trying to get in connection with you. I think would be a really good thing. It's just maybe they need to be acknowledged. Yes. Okay. So just try to figure out who it is that's trying to connect with you and acknowledge, and then just say, okay, that's not funny. Like, I appreciate you wanting to communicate with me. You could even, write a letter to them or whatever. If you need to do something physical versus, Just set up your boundaries, energetic boundaries. And you can always like go to if in the Golden Future, the book, The Golden Future, Diana Cooper has the 31 spiritual laws all listed. I think she has another book. I'll list it below if I can find it. I think she has another book called the 31 spiritual laws. You could tap into one of those spiritual laws. Those will help with the boundaries, Say the law of challenge. Are you saying the law of challenge prior? This is for everybody. Saying the law of challenge in the name of, you ask 3 times, in the name of Christ, are you of the highest and purest light? Spiritual law, universal law, they are required to give you an honest answer, so you will know. And so I think you can clear this up. But great question. Thank you for asking that. This is very interesting. Okay, you guys, let me know what you think about old Mitch. And we will have to do this non-human thing, this lower energy non-human in a human body. I don't think I get it. So we might have to tease that apart about a bit. So I'll post at some point in the next week or 2. All right, see you later. Bye-bye.